Welcome to the Sacred Flow Yoga You Are the Light series. Today's practice is a Vinyasa flow style class. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit as we revisit a lot of the sequencing and postures that we encountered in our last practice, as well as incorporating some new postures today. So I invite you to get comfy, get some comfortable clothes on. A couple of props that I'll be using in today's practice is a thicker pillow. You can see it behind me. If you have any kind of thick pillow from your bed, even a blanket that can be folded to have some mass to it, that will also work well. And I'll also be using 2 yoga blocks. If you have these things, grab them. Let's have them for this practice. If you don't, no worries. It's not something that you have to have. So join me on the mat and we'll get started. We'll begin today's practice in easy seat. This is where I will incorporate the pillow. And I'm just going to sit on the front edge of the pillow, and that just lifts my hips up off the floor, giving a little more space for my knees to come down below the level of my hips. A little more opening there. So continuing on with this theme of You Are the Light, I would like to share a quote. This is one of my favorite quotes from Marianne Williamson. And it says, "As we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same." And as I think about that, there are times where I want to shrink back. I want to hold myself back when I'm around other people. But I love this idea that being who we were created to be, allowing our light to shine, unconsciously gives other people the freedom to do the same. And I want that for myself and for the people around me. I think that ties in really well to this concept of being light bearers in the world. So I invite you to begin bringing your awareness to your breath and just breathe naturally here, allowing the breath to flow in and out as it naturally does. And notice the quality of your breath as you're arriving on your mat today. Now see if you can begin to deepen your breath, feeling the cool air float in your nose and down through your chest area, filling your lungs. Feel your diaphragm expand down, maybe pressing your belly out. And exhale all of that air out, feeling everything contract and draw back up. And as you continue to breathe deeply, just like that, see if you can deepen your inhale and elongate your exhale. Make your exhale maybe longer than your inhale, really emptying the lungs. And we talked a little bit the other day about how inhaling is like receiving, and exhaling is letting it go. And I don't know what time of day you're doing this practice or what you've encountered thus far, but maybe the intention is to receive what is for you here during this time as you set everything else aside to show up here on your mat. And what can you let go of on that exhale? What have you arrived with today that maybe is no longer serving you, that you can let go of? Let's take one more full deep inhale here in through the nose. And this time, let's sigh it out through the mouth. 2 more times just like that. Maybe even draw your shoulders up to your ears as you inhale. And on the exhale, drop the shoulders, loud sigh through the mouth. Good. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Exhale, drop the shoulders, sigh it out. Lovely. Feels so good. So we're going to begin to invite a little movement into our bodies. Let's just take a moment with our natural breath here. Maybe see if you can link your breath to your movement here and just rotate the neck slowly, gently from one side to the other and then back the other way. One more time. And maybe you begin to draw a small circle leading with your nose. One way and then the other. Good, and come back to center, stillness. Inhale here. Turn and look over the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder. One more time on your own. Good. Take a moment here. Draw the shoulders up to the ears again. Rotate them back and down. Allow the shoulder blades to rest in the shoulder girdle. Find your hands on your legs. Breathe here. We're going to work through a few seated cat-cows. So you know cat-cow, we've been doing that from a tabletop position. So imagine doing that in this seated position. We're going to lead with our heart as we inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze, and exhale, starting with the head, draw the chin in toward the chest, allow the chest to come back, and we push back into cat. So again, inhale, leading with the heart, lift your chest to the sky, allow your gaze to come up. Exhale, round it back down, chin to chest, back rounded. Do that one more time on your own. Really finding length in the spine, in the neck here, not crunching in the back of the neck. See if you can find a little more space there. Exhale, cat. Good. Now remain in this cat posture. So back rounded, shoulders are coming forward, gaze is down toward the earth. Imagine a seed is planted at the base of your spinal column and it begins to grow and make its way up. Imagine feeling the sensation of one vertebrae stacking on top of the other as you straighten up and through the spine, finding length. Roll the shoulders back, let your head be the last thing to come up, and imagine just lifting through the crown of your head. Inhale here. Exhale. I want to remind you about the victorious breath that we practiced in our last practice. I invite you to use that at any point that you meet some challenge in this practice, just to help use that audible breath to anchor your mind. That can help us get out of these brain games that tend to come into our brains as we meet challenges. So just want to remind you of that breath, or find any breath that feels good for you and allows you to remain still in your mind and strong in your body. Let's inhale, arms up and overhead here. Allow them to touch in the middle. We'll bring prayer hands down to the heart. Good. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, and on our exhale, we're going to twist to the left side. Right hand meets left knee. Left hand comes to the mat behind you. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist. Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, twist. And inhale, unravel back to the center. Good. We'll flow through that one more time. So inhale, arms up and overhead. Meet in the middle. Draw the hands back down to the heart. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand to the knee. Right hand on the mat behind you. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Lift through the crown of the head. Exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, unravel back to the center. Now we're going to remember bound angle. We practiced that the other day. We're going to revisit that here, allowing the bottoms of the feet to touch. Again, you may find that your knees have a little more space to come down toward the earth with your hip elevated. So play around with that here. Just find some comfort. This is also a place, if the gravity of your knees falling open is too much of a stretch in your inner thighs, you can always use a block here to lift the knee to whatever position feels good for you. So you can put blocks on either side there. So in our bound angle, again, let's imagine that seed planted at the base of the spine and just growing up through our spine, lifting up, finding length, lifting through the crown of the head. Inhale and exhale. Hinge at your hips. Keep your spine straight, flat back here. And maybe you press your elbows into your legs and breathe here. 3 full rounds of breath. Good. And inhale your way back up straight. Let's lengthen the legs out in front of us for caterpillar. Inhale, arms up and overhead, finding length through the spine. Hinge at the hips, flat back as long as you can. And then allow the hands to come and rest where they land. Breathe here, 3 full rounds of breath. Waking up the backs of the hamstrings, the backs of the calves, behind the knees. If this is too much, you can always welcome a bend in your knee. That's a good thing to do. And then roll it back up here. Nice. And we'll slowly move the pillow or blanket off the mat. We'll make our way into tabletop. Well, in our tabletop position, take a moment just to rock back and forth here. Find any movement that feels good in your body. Maybe you just wag your tail back and forth, or find some circles in your ribs. And then we come to stillness. And we'll revisit those cat-cows. 3 cat-cows on your own, linking inhale to cow, exhale to cat. And we'll meet back in table. Now, sit back for a second. We're going to begin building some heat in our arms here in this. We're going into thread the needle, but we're going to take a pause to do an exercise with our hands. And I invite you to tap into your breath here as maybe you build some heat in your arms, and maybe you start feeling shaky, because I know I do. And if you do, it's okay. If you need to come out of it before we do, that's okay too. So from our tabletop position, inhale the right arm up and to the side. The left arm is going to be the one that feels this the most here. See if you can keep your hips level. So continue to press into the right knee and try to keep your hips level. Make a fist here with the right hand and then pop it open. And then from thumb to pinky, flick each fingertip and then back the other way. Good. Feeling the burn here. Close the fist. Open the fist. Close the fist. Open the fist. Here we go. Thread the needle under the left arm. You can lift your left hand above. If you'd like a little more of a heart opening, you can wrap your arm around and use your right shoulder to kind of twist and allow your chest to expand a bit more. Also, if you need a block here, if it's hard to get down to the mat in this position, no shame in that. You can rest your head on a block. And I would recommend keeping fingertips to the mat here in the left hand. Take one more full round of breath here. Exhale, draw the left hand back, press your way back up, and we'll repeat that on the other side. So inhale, left arm out here, make a fist, open it, flick one finger from thumb to pinky, back the other way. Welcome that burn, close the fist, open it, close it, open it, yes, thread the needle. Left arm under right, and any arm variation you choose. Breathe here, one full round of breath. Exhale, draw the right hand back, and we'll make our way back into tabletop position. We're going to go right into a modified side plank here. So from tabletop, also a great place for a block. We'll put the block right under our face, hand on top of the block, kickstand the right foot out off the long edge of the mat, extend the left foot out, and really press. See if you can press all 4 corners of the feet into the mat. And then inhale, left arm up, straight into the air, overhead if that feels good. Scan your body here, check your alignment. Is ankle in line with knee, in line with hip? Is the hip lifted? Are we dropping it down? Let's see if we can keep it lifted up. Find length and space in the side body, all the way up through the crown of the head and the fingertips. Good, bring it back down to tabletop here. We'll swap and do the other side. So hand under face, kickstand left hand off the mat, extend the right leg, press that foot down into the earth, inhale, right arm up in the air or overhead, breathe here. 2 full rounds of breath. Yes, bring it back down to the mat. Good. From here, we're going to press our way up into our first downward dog. So plant your hands a little in front of your face, uncurl your toes, lift the knees, roll your tailbone up into the air. Keep your knees bent here and maybe take a moment to pedal your feet, bend one knee and then the other. And then we come to stillness. And I want to teach you a downward dog child's pose flow. And what that looks like is we're going to inhale, roll up on the toes before we let knees come to the mat. And we'll keep our toes tucked for this. And then just press back, hips to heels. Good. Come back up in the same way. Toes are pressed into the mat and we roll back down into our downward dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Roll through the ball of the foot, up on the toes, knees meet the mat, press hips back to heels. Good, come back forward, lift up onto the toes, roll into the ball of the foot, and the heel presses toward the mat. Inhale toes, knees to the mat. Exhale, hips to heel. Good. We'll come back up and out of that into our downward dog. And one last time, roll up and forward into a regular child's pose. So untuck your toes, find knees wide, big toes to touch, or knees together, your choice. And take your first child's pose. Take your first rest in child's pose. Another one of my favorite quotes about light is by Maya Angelou. And she says, "Nothing can dim the light that shines from within." So maybe as you rest here in child's pose and continue to breathe, you focus on that light inside of you. Feel that burning light inside of you. Good. From here, let's make our way up into downward dog. And we'll baby step our way to the top of the mat. And we'll meet in forward fold. Good. Inhale, reverse swan dive, up. Exhale, reverse or swan dive forward into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to mat. Step one foot back and then the other. Lower your knees here and lower down to the belly, keeping elbows drawn into your ribs. Good. Inhale here. Baby cobra, just warming up the back. Exhale to the mat. Uncurl the toes. Press up and back to downward dog. This is our sun salutation flow. And we're going to go through that 3 more times on your own. Baby step your way to the top of the mat. We'll meet in forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Come up. Swan dive back down into our forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to mat. Step back. Lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to the mat. Inhale and exhale your way up into downward dog. And step forward to the top of the mat. 2 more times. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Swan dive back into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, lower the knees, lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Press your way up into downward dog. Nice. Last time here. Baby step your way to the top of the mat. Reverse swan dive, come up. Swan dive back into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back. Last time. Lower knees to the earth. Belly to the earth. Inhale for cobra. Exhale to the mat. And we step back. Actually sit back into a child's pose here for a brief rest. 3 full breaths here in child's pose. Breathe it out. And just to prepare you for where we're headed next, we will practice a sequence that we did in our last practice, adding on a couple of new postures. So I'm going to walk you through slowly the first round, go through it again a second time with you, and then give you a couple of rounds to go through it on your own at your pace. So from your child's pose, we're going to come back up into a downward dog. Let's walk the hands back to the feet. And I'm actually going to turn to the other side of the mat. You're welcome to do the same here. And we meet in mountain. And we'll take a few breaths here to reset, prepare our body for this next flow. In this mountain pose, feet are hip width apart, knees are stacked over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over hips, and ear bones over shoulders. Lift through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Meet in the middle and draw your hands back down to your heart center. Inhale here. Exhale, we begin to push our way back into chair pose. Keep it, we're going to go through this sequence a few times. So maybe on this first time you don't sit all the way down as far as you could, but keep it up here. Take a full inhale. Exhale, come down into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And from this half lifted position, flat back, let's step the right foot back and then allow that knee to come down to the earth. Uncurl your toes, find the top of your foot, press into the mat. And take a moment here just to, in your left leg, find a space from front to back that feels good for you, that feels natural in your body. And then lift your toes off the mat. See if you can find all 4 corners of the feet and the toes really gripping into the mat. This is going to build some heat in your legs. Remember, we the other night practiced our hands to heart back bend and airplane arms. And we're going in that same direction. And if that was perfect for you, feel free to continue to do that. I'm going to add in a little arm variation here today. So inhale, arms up and overhead. Meet in prayer. Bend the elbows, bring the thumbs to the back of the skull. And from here, lift the heart, lift the gaze toward the sky to find a little back bend. One thing to be aware of here is, where are your ribs? Are they flared out? Are they knitted in? We want to keep them knitted in, finding space in the spine, all the way from the lumbar spine to the thoracic, into the cervical. Good, and exhale. Hands, keep your upper body more upright today, and let the airplane arms lift behind you, but you're reaching back. You're finding length from shoulder to elbow to wrist and fingertips reaching toward the back of the room. You should feel this burn in your arm. Good. Now let's put that together in a flow. So inhale, arms up and overhead. Thumbs come to the back of the head. Inhale, lift the heart to the sky. Exhale, arms come forward, back and down. Up, actually. Forward, down, and up. Airplane arms. Squeeze here. Reach to the back of the room. Inhale. Hands together in prayer at the back of the head. Lift the heart to the sky. Exhale, airplane arms. Reach, 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 reach. One more time. You can do it. Inhale. Lift the heart. Feeling that burn in the left leg. Exhale, airplane arms. Hold it here. Really reach. Tighten those muscles and let's pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring the right hand to the mat. Lift. Inhale. Left arm up into the sky for a twist. Beautiful. Allow that arm to come back down. We're going to uncurl the right toes. Lift the right knee. Rotate right heel to the mat. So toes are now facing the long edge. Inhale. Cartwheel the arms up into warrior two. Let's straighten through that leg for a minute, shall we? Breathe here. We'll catch our breath. Come back into our warrior two. Take a full inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Back up into warrior two. Straighten through the leg here. Grab left wrist with right hand and bend in the right side body, finding length in the left. Maybe you let your gaze come up to your arm. Breathe. Exhale. Warrior two. Good. Turn your left toes toward the front of the mat. Maybe bring your heels in, toes pointed out. Lift the arms up, star pose. Woohoo, I love star pose. And then we're going to bend in our knees. So knees are pointing out to the corners. This is horse pose. What we're going to do with our arms here, from star, we're going to cross right arm over left arm, sweep in front of us, back up into star, straight legs, straight arms. This time left is going to come in front of right. So down into horse, sweep the arms, star. Let's do that one more time on each side. Down into horse, right arm over left, down into horse, left over right. Good job. Pivot on your feet. We'll come back into our lunge and we'll step that foot forward to meet the left. Very good. Take a moment here in mountain, feet hip width apart, palms open. Let's breathe. I don't know about you, but my heart rate is elevated. And that breath feels so good. Yes. Okay, we are actually going to step the feet back out wide into a wide-legged stance. Turn the right foot toward the other end of the mat. Step the left foot up to meet the right. We're going to repeat that flow, now facing the opposite direction and leading with our left leg. So inhale, arms up and overhead. Prayer hands come down to our heart. Inhale here. Sit back into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step the left foot back. Drop the knee to the mat. Uncurl the toes. We're in our kneeling crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Bring thumbs to the back of the head. Inhale, Lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, airplane arms. Reach, reach, reach to the back of the room. Inhale, thumbs to the back of the head, lift the heart. Exhale, airplane arms. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last time. Hold those airplane arms. Exhale, hold. Reach, 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 and pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Uncurl the back toes. Lift the back knee. Pivot the heel to the mat. Cartwheel up into warrior 2. If you need to straighten through that leg for a minute, release that burn. We'll come back into warrior 2. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Good. Come up to star. Inhale. Left in front of right, right in front of left. Back into our warrior 2. Wonderful. Let's do that reverse warrior. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. And come back up into our warrior 2. Straighten in the right leg. Grab right wrist with left hand. Reverse triangle. Bend in the left side body. Find length in the right. Maybe take your gaze up towards your arm. Good. Release that. And we'll come back to the front of our mat. Let's take a moment here to inhale. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. 3 full breaths here. Finding any movement or stillness you desire. And let's turn the left toes toward the left edge of the mat. Step the right up to meet the left. We reverse swan dive up, hands to heart. We'll take a moment here with hands to heart or hands open to the front just to reset in our mountain pose. We're going to roll through that flow one more time on each side. And here we go. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Hands come down to heart space. Inhale. Exhale, sit back in your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step the right foot back. Wobbly, wobbly. Drive the right knee down. Inhale, arms up and over. Lift the heart. Exhale, airplane arms. Good. Inhale, lift heart. Exhale, airplane arms. One more time. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, airplane arms. Hold it here. Hold it, hold it, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that down. Good. Let's uncurl the right toes. Step up into our lunge. Pivot the right heel down to the mat. Inhale, cartwheel up to warrior 2. If you need to take a moment here to shake out that leg, feel free. Do what you need. Warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Back up to warrior 2. Straightening that leg. Grab the left wrist. Bend into the right side body. So hips are facing forward-ish. There's a line from my right hip all the way down to my right foot. The left leg is straight And I'm just bending in my upper side body to find length in my upper body. Inhale here. Exhale. Back into that warrior two. Let's turn the toes to the side. Star. Horse right in front of left. Horse left in front of right. We turn to the other side. Step that left foot forward up to meet the right. Reset here in mountain. Find stillness and breath. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Draw hands down to heart center. Step the left foot back. I'm getting more wobbly as we go. Drop the left knee to the mat. Uncurl your toes. So good. Allow the hands to come down to your sides. Inhale, arms up. Prayer hands meet in the middle. Thumbs to the back of the head. Lift through the heart, keeping the ribs knit in. Exhale. Airplane arms come back. Reach, reach, reach here. Inhale. Hands in prayer. Thumbs to the back of the head. Lift the heart. Exhale. Airplane reaching, 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 reaching long behind you. Good. Last time. Hands together. Thumbs to the back of the head. Lift the heart. Exhale. Airplane arms. Hold it here. Really reach with your fingertips like you're so close to grabbing something. See if you can get a little bit closer. Pulse it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Uncurl your back toes. Lift the knee. Pivot the heel down to the mat. Inhale up into your warrior two. Take a moment here to shake out that leg if you need to. We'll come back into warrior two. Full cycle of breath here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Straighten through the front leg. Grab the right wrist. Bend in the left side body. Find length in the right. Take your gaze up. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Warrior two. Turn to the side. Star. Horse right in front of left. Horse left in front of right. Yes. We did it. Ta-da. I love doing that when I've accomplished something. Ta-da, you're a star. I'm so proud of you. So good. Let's slowly, good work today. Those vinyasa flows. Get your heart rate elevated. Get you breathing heavy. That's where tapping into that breath is so powerful. Let's bring it down to the mat. Come to lie on our backs. You're welcome. I know if you're like me, you're ready for it. Let's begin to cool down here. Take a moment just to breathe, settle in on our backs. Take any movement you would like here. Let that heart rate come down. Try not to just immediately go into stillness. I do encourage you to welcome some movement in your body. Take a few more breaths here. Such a good job today. So proud of you. You may have found this a little more challenging because it was. So good job. I'm so proud. Bring the bottoms of your feet together for reclined bound angle. And this is where we began in a seated position, and now we'll experience it in our bodies while lying on our backs. Take some good, full, deep breaths here. See if you can allow your breath to grow each time, finding the air deeper into your lungs, your diaphragm. Victorious breath. It's amazing what that does to calm your body. One more full breath here. Nice. Use your hands to lift your knees. Point them up toward the sky like mountain peaks. Take a moment here just to adjust your lower back in any way that it's asking for. See if you can maybe lessen the gap between your lower back and the mat by tilting your pelvis one way and then the other. I find that pressing into my feet allows me to tilt my pelvis toward the mat, and that lessens that space in the sacrum lumbar area. We're going to take right foot to left knee here for a reclined figure 4. This may be all the stretch your body is asking for today. And if that's the case, stay here. Breathe 3 full rounds of breath. If you welcome a little more, you can lift the left leg, maybe wrap your hands around your quad, left quad. Really feel that stretch in the outer right hip area. This can be a lot. This can also bring emotions to the surface as we store a lot of stress and emotions in our hips. So don't be surprised if any of that comes up. That's okay. But if this is too much of a stretch and this is painful for you in any way, bring that left foot back down to the mat. One more full breath here. Exhale, left foot finds the earth. Uncross that foot. We'll swap and do the other side. Left ankle to right knee. Take a moment just to allow gravity to pull the left knee down toward the earth. See if that's the stretch your body needs. Maybe if you'd like a little more, you lift your right leg. Oh, that stretch. In the outer left hip. Is it good? Use body awareness here to be curious and notice, does this feel good? Does this feel like pain? Do you feel like this may cause you problems after the practice off the mat? If the answer is yes to that question, I invite you to bring your foot back down to the earth. Let's take one more full round of breath here. Inhale. And exhale, right foot finds the earth. Left foot finds the earth. Let's walk the feet closer to our seat and take a moment to press your head into the mat, lift your shoulder blades off the mat, snuggle them underneath you. Again, play with your feet, tilting your pelvis to decrease that space between the lumbar and the sacrum area and the mat. And we're going to go into bridge pose here. So inhale, exhale, press in all 4 corners of the feet as you slowly peel from tailbone all the way up to the cervical spine off the mat. One thing I love to do with a block here is just place it underneath the sacrum and allow the body to rest on top of the block. And this resting posture does all the work to release that tension in the back area to get a little more opening in the hips. So you're welcome to play with your block there if you would like. If you are not practicing with a block today, lower the hips back down to the earth and press. We'll just take a moment to reset here. Inhale. Exhale, lift the hips back up off the mat. Hold it here at the top. Inhale. Exhale back down to the mat. Either way you're practicing today is great. Good. If you're practicing with a block under your hips, go ahead and move the block out of the way. Allow the hips to come back down to the earth. We'll take one more spinal twist here. Draw the knees into the chest. Give your legs a big squeeze, a hug. Thank you, body, for the work that you've done today. Allow the knees to fall open to the right side of the mat. Extend your right arm out. Extend the left arm out. Maybe you look over your left arm. Breathe here. And on your next inhale, draw the arms, and may help it with the hands back up into the center. We're going to go the opposite way. Legs slowly make their way to the left side of the mat. Right arm extends, left arm extends. We have our T arms. We're looking over our right arm. Breathe it out here, 2 full rounds of breath. Maybe you assist your legs back up into the middle. Give yourself one more big hug. Take a moment here. Maybe you draw your nose in toward your knee. Good. Exhale back down to the mat. Take any final movements that you would like here. Maybe you would enjoy a happy baby, rocking side to side. That feels so lovely on my outer hips right now. What is your body asking for? And let's begin making our way to stillness in Shavasana. Extend the legs out long. Allow the toes to fall open to the outer edges of the mat. Allow your arms to rest out to your sides, palm up or palm down. And just breathe here. And as you settle into stillness and conscious breath, I have one more quote that I would like to close our practice with today. Just keeping in mind that theme of light and the light within us. And this quote says, "People are like stained glass windows. They sparkle and shine when the sun is out, but when the darkness sets in, their true beauty is revealed only if there is light from within." So maybe you take a moment as you breathe and enjoy a moment of rest, just to ponder, what is that source of light within you? When the darkness sets in, what true beauty is found from the light within you? I'll give you a couple of full moments of silence here, full minutes, I should say, of silence here. As you're ready, begin wiggling your toes, your fingers. Maybe roll your head from one side to the other, flickering your eyes open. Roll onto your right side in the fetal position. Slowly make your way up into easy seat. Amazing, amazing job showing up here today. One last quote I want to leave you with before we leave our time together is a quote by Thomas Jefferson that says, "A candle loses nothing when it lights another candle." Friend, I hope that your candle has been lit today. Let's bring our hands together in prayer at our heart. The light in me celebrates the light in you.